Welcome to Holistic Health is Hot, where your journey to sculpting your dream body meets holistic health. I'm your host, Ashley Roberts. Here, we're going to chat about mindset hacks that have completely transformed my life and dive deep into nutrition and movement that will help transform yours. We're going to get into the intense connection between mind, body, and soul so you can glow from the inside out. Let's get into it. And remember, holistic health is hot. Welcome back to another episode of Holistic Health is Hot. We are going into pillar number 3, which is movement. But before we get into it, I wanted to give a little life update. By the time this episode comes out, I will have completely finished all of my weddings for the year. I had 8 weddings to go to this year, and I absolutely love celebrating all my family and friends. But I'm not gonna lie, I am excited to have some free weekends and potentially travel to Yosemite. Me and Eric got a trailer, and we really want to take it down to Yosemite, hopefully before it gets too cold. So we're really excited about that, but I have just been feeling really good recently. I haven't drank in over a month now, and I feel so clear. I have so much clarity. I have all the time I need to really focus on my goals. So I've just been feeling really good. And I just wanted to share this because if you're not feeling good with where you are right now, it's okay. But the biggest thing is just take into account how you're feeling and acknowledge if you're not feeling good. And again, if you're not feeling good, that's okay. But what's not okay is to just continue to sit there and not take action and continue to feel worse and worse. Like I said before in my first podcast episode, or maybe second, I was going down a very negative spiral, and I realized that alcohol was not helping in any way. So that's why I decided to cut it out. And truly, I feel like a new freaking human. Not only am I never hungover, but I just have all this time to focus on me and making me feel better and focus on my goals and focus on fun things that I want to do. I think so often we can attach fun with alcohol, and it's just been cool to experience life without that attachment, because I think truly it becomes a habit. And I was just so unhappy, and I decided, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to take matters into my own hands and take a really long break so I can truly reach my goals and live my best life, because I was not living my best life for a while. Really excited to have some time and do a lot of things that me and Eric want to do in terms of traveling, hiking, doing all the adventure stuff. And snowboarding season is around the corner, which I'm freaking hyped for. We got passes this year, so we're gonna be shredding all the time. Hopefully we have a good snow year this year again, but I'm really excited. And hopefully sometime beginning of next year, definitely after snow season, me and Eric will be able to move to Tahoe. That's our game plan if everything works out. We just don't really want to move in the middle of winter. I feel like moving in the snow would be fucking miserable. We'll see how everything pans out. But next month is my birthday, which is so crazy. I am going to be 29. What the hell? When did that happen? I can't even believe it. Truthfully, I feel like I'm 23. I feel like that's the age that I feel right now, where I'm like feeling like an adult. But even I think back to 23 and I was such a baby. I don't even know what I was doing. I must have been living at home. But it just feels wild to me that I'm almost 30. Like, am I allowed to be 30? Am I adult enough to be 30 yet? I can barely take care of myself, okay? But anyways, excited for that. And then all the holidays and stuff, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm just wanted to update you guys that I'm feeling so much better, like a completely new human. And truthfully, I am owing it all to not drinking and also just really tuning into and working on my mindset stuff. Really been into EFT tapping. That's been helping me so much. I've implemented that into my daily routine. So that's been amazing. And yeah, I've been a morning workout girly this last week, which typically I'll wake up and work a little bit, but I've really been prioritizing waking up and moving my body first thing in the morning before I get into any work. So that actually is a perfect segue into what we're going to be talking about today, which is movement. And again, movement is not only important for reaching your body goals, but it's just important for you to feel good, release those endorphins. And this is pillar number 3. Because I feel like so often people think, oh, to lose weight, I need to go to the gym a million days a week. I got to work out so hard. And while yes, working out is a big piece of it, it's not the biggest piece. It's a portion of it, but truly I think you should be moving your body to feel good, because even if you have the perfect workout routine and you're not eating well and nourishing your body and you're not taking care of your mind, you're still going to feel like shit and you're not going to look the way you want. I think, again, movement is important, but so often we attach losing weight to having the perfect workout routine, and that's just not really how it works. But I do want to go into some benefits of personalized movement first. So everybody's body is unique, and so should your fitness journey and fitness routine. I think it's important to take into account, your goals, but also your likes and dislikes. I think so often we can get into this headspace of like, all we have to do is hit, or we have to do cardio, or we just have to strength train. And truthfully, the best type of workout routine is the one that you can actually stick to. And if you get bored as fuck, like I do, you gotta switch it up sometimes. But that being said, I do just want to have a side note that strength training has some amazing benefits. And this is to improve muscular strength and endurance, as I'm sure a lot of us know. Building muscle is so important, and if you really want to focus on just muscle building, you need to be lifting weights. Pilates is great, but you're not going to be building a ton of muscle. Cardio, you're not building muscle. So a couple of benefits of strength training is, you can have more defined muscles. So toned, quote unquote, is what a lot of people say they want. And in order to get that toned look, you have to build muscle. So that is an amazing benefit of strength training. It also boosts your metabolism. The increased muscle mass in your body actually has the effect of increasing your metabolic rate, which means you burn more calories even at rest, even when you're not doing anything other than just sitting here talking. Your metabolic rate actually increases the more muscle mass that you have. So ladies, we need that muscle. You're not going to get bulky, I promise you. It also is great for bone health. It increases bone density and reduces the risk of osteoporosis. It also improves posture and balance. Stronger muscles just support the skeletal structure, which leads to improved posture. Oh my God, words. Posture. Dude, this just reminded me. I used to have the best posture ever because of ballet. Shout out Becky. I used to that was my ballet teacher. I used to have the best posture because I did ballet for hours and hours every single day. It's something that I didn't even realize I had amazing posture until I lost it. And I just think so many of us were like working at computers or desks or whatever, and we're just hunched over all day long. Another amazing benefit, like I mentioned, strength training, is just improved posture. But again, whether you're lifting heavy or doing circuits or whatever it may be, it's so important to figure out a way of movement that works for you and your lifestyle and your likes and dislikes. And truthfully, so often, like for me, I get so bored so easily. Maybe I'm just doing typical weightlifting, maybe like a 4-day split, 2 upper, 2 lower, whatever it may be. I get fucking bored. And so recently I've switched it up, done more strength training circuits. So, doing 45 seconds on, 15 seconds rest, maybe a little bit shorter of a workout, which I've been really liking. I have not been loving going into the gym, making it a whole thing. I feel like it takes forever, and my gym is just not a vibe, honestly. I always feel bad saying that because I've gone there for so long, and it's like a really nice gym, but it's just not the vibe. It doesn't put me up, but it is really nice. But that being said, again, like I'm not into going to the gym every single day. I'm not a gym rat, and that's fine. I'm doing 20 to 30 minute workouts, and it makes me feel good, and they're a little bit higher intensity with a shorter period of time. I'm switching it up when I need to, and I'm not forcing myself. And when it comes to cardio, it depends on your goals, but truthfully, I don't do it often. Except for less cardio, which is like walking. I love walking. I walk every single day. But in terms of like higher intensity cardio, like running, I'll only do it once in a while. And truthfully, I only do it when I feel like it, because I don't want to and resent it, because I used to force myself to run like 6 miles every single day. And so ever since I got over that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to force myself. If I'm ever in the mood, hell yeah, I'll go for a run just to feel good. But it's never I'm going to run 6 miles and force myself because I want to look a certain way. And yeah, before I get into the rest of it, like I mentioned, strength training is absolutely amazing. So using some sort of weights, even if you are a Pilates girly, which I love that for you, if that's what you are, try to add in at least 2 days of strength training. Maybe go to Pilates 3 days a week and do 1 upper and 1 lower strength training, or maybe 2 and 2. Like I'd never recommend doing workouts more than 5 days a week. Your body really, really needs rest. So just wanted to add that in there because I think it's important. Another type of workout that I want to talk about is something that I feel like maybe doesn't really come to mind when you think of actually working out. But like I said, running, weightlifting, yoga, all amazing. But what's also amazing is like hiking, for example. That's a great way to get some movement in. I think so often we think of like working out as the basic stuff like strength training, yoga, Pilates, all the things. But when you go on a hike, you're getting movement too. And so often I talk to clients and they're like, yeah, I didn't get any movement in this week. And then we talk about their day. They're like, oh yeah, I played pickleball for an hour that day. I'm like, that's still movement. And again, it depends on what your goals are. But for me, where I'm at right now, I enjoy hiking and I count that as movement. And it's okay too, because I'm still like, it makes me feel good. It's actually helping me reach my goals. And it's way more fun than just going to a gym and being stuck inside. So just another reason why hiking is amazing is, it's cardiovascular, a little bit of strength training, especially if you're navigating like uphill, just some different elevations or uneven terrain. Also, being out in nature is just so healing. And so it's so amazing for your mindset too. You just feel so grounded out in nature, and you can do it at all different levels. Also, I love it too because I can bring my dog and she freaking loves it. She's hyped. And like I kind of mentioned too, like pickleball, tennis, all these things, like these count as movement too. It doesn't have to be in the traditional sense. And that's what kind of comes with a healthy lifestyle. Integrating this type of movement into your life, whether that's hiking, biking, snowboarding, boating, wakeboarding, like I always say boating because to me that means like everything that goes along with boating, like wakeboarding, wake surfing, all the things. Then if you start to do movement and workouts that you actually enjoy, like wakeboarding, like hiking, pickleball, you're actually going to want to do it, and then you're actually going to stick with it. And that's what creating a healthy lifestyle is about. Not forcing yourself to be, oh my gosh, I have to go to the gym because XYZ. But if you can integrate this type of movement into your life, you're going to want to do it. You're going to feel amazing, and you're really just encompassing a healthy human as a whole, instead of like feeling like you're forcing yourself to do all these different types of movements. A couple of reasons why you should really take a diversity of movement approach. One, it prevents burnout. You guys all know how it feels when, I know me personally, when you're trying to force yourself to go do this strength training workout and you're fucking bored and you get over it and you burn yourself out. It sucks. And one thing you can do to really prevent burnout is to check in with yourself. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how burnt out am I? Am I at 10 where I'm fucking done with this shit and I never want to work out again? Or am I like at a 2 and I'm feeling good, feeling motivated? It's important to check on, like you can even do this weekly, check in with yourself on 1 to 10. How burnt out am I feeling with my healthy habits, my routines, my movement? And if you're at like a 7 or 8, it's like, okay, I'm not totally burnt out yet, but how can I switch it up to bring myself back to like a 2 again, to where I'm feeling amazing and loving my routine? Habits are great, but it's also important to switch it up sometimes because it gets boring. I totally get it. I'm the same way, and it hasn't affected my goals. It really is about figuring out how it can make it work for you. And maybe you are that person that just wants to do one type of workout. You love it. You thrive in routine and habit, and that works for you. Then that's also great. But if you're one of those people like me where maybe you get bored and you want to switch it up, then switch it up. There really is no exact formula to reaching your dream body. Finding a way of moving that works for you. Truly. I think so often we get so in our head and we think that there's this secret magic formula and it has to be exact, but the secret magic formula is you figuring out what works for you so you stick with it. Truly, that is what it's about. Take some time to really discover it and try new things and see what feels good to you. You're not going to get it on the first try. So that's why it's so important to just try new things. Like, I really want to try pickleball. I've been saying this. I should take a note out of my own book, but I really want to try pickleball. I think it sounds so fun. Eric's parents have, I think my parents do too, have a pickleball set that we need to borrow. That's something new and fun and exciting, and learning activates a different part in your brain as well. And it's just fun to try new things. And another reason why kind of switching it up is really helpful is just holistic development. Different activities challenge the body in different ways, which again, just building muscle. I know, like for example, kind of going back to Pilates. Pilates uses different muscles than regular strength training. Kind of like how dance is too. I'm actually performing at the 49er game at the end of October for Old Rush is what we call it, which is like retired Gold Rush cheerleading. And I need to learn the dance, and I am so scared that, well, by the time this is posted, anyone from Gold Rush is listening, I will have learned the routine, but right now I haven't. I'm going to do that this week, but I can guarantee my body is going to be hurting because I'm just not used to moving my body in that type of way. Same with Pilates. When I first started Pilates, oh my God, my body hurt in the weirdest places. I was like, wow, I kind of forgot about this, similar to how dance was, when it just, you use different parts of your body because you move so differently than strength training. So that's why it's amazing for your body to try new things and switch it up, because you activate different muscles in different parts of your body. It also can cater to moods and needs. Some days you might feel like pushing yourself to its limits, which is amazing. Other days you might need to just take a step back and just listen to your body and maybe just go for a walk instead. And that is okay. Having a strict routine where there's no flexibility in it, it's just going to stress you out, because if you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't because you don't feel good, or it's a day when like maybe you just started your period and your body's not craving to go do an intense workout, that's okay. And allowing yourself to have that flexibility also helps your mind. So you're not feeling like, oh my gosh, I told myself I was going to do it and I'm not doing it. I'm letting myself down. Gets rid of that guilt. So really recommend having just kind of like a diversity of workouts. I like structure, but a little bit of flexibility so you don't have this guilt and feeling like you're not, sticking to what you say you're going to do. Lastly is skill acquisition. And kind of like I mentioned, learning things can be challenging, but also rewarding. And that also builds confidence. When you get good at a new skill, that builds confidence because you're like, holy shit, I'm so fucking cool. I can accomplish and get good at new things that I've never tried before. So many amazing benefits to really kind of switching up your workout routines. Let's go into mental benefits of working out. I feel like we all heard that you release endorphins when you work out, which is amazing, but it really can actually reduce the symptoms of depression and anxiety as well. I know so often we can go and be just not wanting to go to the gym. You're like, oh, that sounds horrible. And then you go work out and you're like, oh my God, I feel amazing. And yeah, so it truly is a mood lifter. So I highly recommend, this is something that I work on with my clients. I think I might have mentioned this in maybe the last podcast. Can't remember. 10-minute rule. If you are like, fuck no, I have no motivation